I started donating sperm at a hospital because I needed money. Before I knew it, I had donated over 600 times and made $24,000. But what I never expected was that 20 years later, I got sued. Turns out 533 of my donations resulted in successful pregnancies. I was the biological father of more than 500 children. They had no idea who their real father was, so they filed a class action lawsuit against me. I was completely stunned. Luckily, I had signed a confidentiality agreement before every donation. My lawyer handed me an envelope containing information about my children. I wanted nothing to do with it. The moment I got home, I tossed it in the trash. But curiosity got the better of me. I pulled it back out and randomly picked one file. When I opened it, I was shocked. This son was a professional soccer player. My dream had been realized by my own child. I bought a ticket and went to his game. When I saw him score the winning goal, I was more excited than anyone in that stadium. Inspired by my son, I went back to my old amateur team and absolutely dominated. Riding that high, I opened another file, another son. He worked as a server at a coffee shop. I walked in and ordered a coffee. My first conversation with him made me a little nervous, but he seemed extremely impatient. After talking for a bit, I learned that even though he was a server, he had always dreamed of becoming an actor. That very day, he had an audition, but his boss wanted him to work overtime. He was afraid to take the risk. If he skipped work and the audition failed, he'd lose his job and end up on the street. I went back to my car feeling defeated. Not all of my children were doing well. In that moment, I wanted to do something for him. I went back into the shop, tossed him my car keys, and told him to go to that audition. I'd cover his shift. He thought it was strange that a stranger would help him, but he didn't overthink it. He grabbed the keys and left. But right after he was gone, the boss showed up. Because he left without permission, my son lost his job. I felt terrible. I waited outside, not knowing how to explain. But he came back with good news. He got the part. That unexpected joy pulled me in completely. I decided to meet all of my children as a stranger. If they were doing fine, I'd keep my distance. If they were struggling, I'd help however I could. My children were everywhere, in all kinds of jobs. Lifeguards, nail technicians, tour guides, models, street musicians. I started quietly watching over them. When my model daughter wore revealing outfits, I followed her to make sure she was safe. My lifeguard son hadn't rescued anyone in years, so he seemed kind of useless. I pretended to drown just to make him look important. My street musician son wasn't getting much attention, so I became his biggest fan, hyping up the crowd so people would tip him. To help my nail technician daughter hit her sales goals, I pretended to be gay and got my nails done. My tour guide son had no customers, so I signed up for his tours. I visited the same spot over and over just to boost his numbers.